the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, as tonight we are here for the Kimberly Russell 175, and qualifying has gotten underway. Anthony English, a championship contender, on top of the leaderboard with a 50.66 for his qualifying time. JD Crow right there in second with a 50.68. We are watching Peter DeBorgia in the 40 roll across the start finish line and lay down his lap time, and timing and scoring says he is going to move into second place with a 50.67. 10 drivers have taken a qualifying time so far here tonight. Your top 5: Anthony English, Peter DeBorgia, JD Crow, Randall Cobb, and Les Levy. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, always a threat to put his race car on pole position. And here he is on his first time lap, all the way from Callahan, Florida. Mark Mann in the 04. He is rolling around onto the start finish line. This is going to finish his time lap. Timing and scoring gonna put him in 4th place. So the 04 right now in that 4th position. Sean Stevens in the 27, starting to roll out. That Wow Video Tours number 27. Keep an eye on that one because it is always a solid car to pick. Always finds a way to finish in the top 5 when it matters most, and can be a threat to win week in and week out. So Hunter Reynolds and Peter DeBorgia sitting 2nd and 3rd. Hunter Reynolds laid down a good lap at 50.67. Another driver starting to make his way out onto the track. That is the 33 of Jeff Crosby. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Wednesday night. Has been a couple weeks since we've been hanging out. I believe the last time we hung out was December 15th. I think it was December 15th. Not 100% sure on that one. That was the Wednesday before Christmas. I don't know. But Sean Stevens posts up a time good enough for 12th place at a 50.75. Zach Fritsch making his way out onto the speedway as well. But the always bet on black Indianapolis, Indiana native, the 33 of Jeff Crosby, on the clock for his one and only lap. Crosby diving down to the bottom. I watched Crosby in practice here tonight. I'll tell you what, somebody that he looked very good with when they hooked up in practice, that was none other than our 7th place qualifier at the moment, Les Levy. And keep an eye on those two. If the 33 and the 62 hook up in the middle of the race or even late in the race, might be some fireworks happening because they got hooked up and they laid down a heck of a lap. So Crosby onto the front stretch, gonna drop down below the yellow line in the 33. Across the start finish line, and Crosby gonna move all the way up into second place. An outstanding qualifying effort by the 33. He moves Hunter Reynolds and Peter DeBorgia, JD Crow, and everyone else down a spot. Oh, Fritchie, how you doing, Zach? Zach has a Twitch. Not like a nervous Twitch. I meant like a website on Twitch. Well, I should clarify that a little bit sooner. Twitch.tv/Fritchie, I think is what it is. If you'd like to join his live stream, feel free to do so. And Zach Fritchie across the start finish line, he moves into 11th spot. Zach Fritch already punching his ticket into the final four. You don't know, this is the final race in the round of 8 here on Wednesday night. We will decide who our championship 4 are. Right now, the track is going to go quiet as soon as Zach Fritch lays off the throttle. He is the only car out on the speedway. 15 drivers have taken a lap time. As I mentioned, Zach Fritch did win last race out. That was a Christmas ago. I don't know how you guys expect me to remember that race. But Zach Fritch did win, and the 12 machine locks it down on pit road, and the track goes quiet. Miss Mara Clark chiming in on YouTube here tonight. Thank you very much, Miss Mara, for joining us. Hope you enjoy the show. For those of you who don't know, tonight's race is presented by Mara Clark, and talk a little bit more about that here in a little bit, but it is time to go to the national anthem. So please join me in honoring this great country.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me, and here we go. Track is already got race cars rolling out, so let's get through tonight's starting lineup in the Russell Family Memorial 175 presented by Mara Clark, Anthony English, and Jeff Crosby. On the front row, row number 2 going to be Hunter Reynolds and Peter DeBorgia. Row 3, JD Crow and Mark Mann. Row 4, Randall Cobb and Les Levy. Row number 5 going to be Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 and Dave Hunt in the 53. Row 6, Zach Fritsch and Zach Workman. Row number 7 was going to be David Booth and Sean Stevens. Row 8, Jared Forbes and James Mayer. Row 9, Chris McCullough and Ken McCullough. Row number 10, Andy Brigante and Ricky Kuhn. And Adam Evans bringing up our final starting spot here tonight. As the field makes its way onto the front stretch, do want to give a huge shout out to Mara Clark, as tonight this race has been provided by her. So thank you very much, Miss Mara. And away we go. Green flag is out. And we are underway. And I do have to take a moment and say we got some work to do. Oh, geez. All right, give me a second, guys. One driver decides at the last second that he's got to be special, and it's throwing everything off. So I apologize. He has already been admonished and beaten with a stick. So please forgive the paint schemes for the moment. They are coming back. And I know that was the first lap. I'm not going to say what driver it was, but he knows who he is. And he's going to pay for it. So Anthony English in the 42 out in front. .42 machine down to the inside. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 on his back bumper. Jeff Crosby in the 33. Talked a little bit about him in qualifying, and man, I just want to mention, I think this 33 has something up his sleeve here tonight. We're going to keep an eye on him all night long. 21 drivers taking the green flag. The 41 of Ricky Kuhn laying down the fastest lap of the race so far at a 46.79. Our race cars are getting into full speed setup here. We ride on board with the 41 of Ricky Kuhn. Let's take a moment and look at our race info. This is in the round of 8. It is the final race in the round of 8, and it does set the championship 4 here tonight. Championship race coming next Wednesday night at Daytona International Speedway. There is one stage here at halfway, one fast repair available, and OP Grand National Superspeedway Series is accepting applications, but unfortunately you don't get to race in this season, but please join us for next season. We'd love to have you out here on a Wednesday night. The things at the front of the field remain unchanged. Anthony English in the 42 down on the bottom. Jeff Crosby in the 33 on the top side. Those two holding on to the spots they have here at a very bumpy. Oh, as Crosby washes up just a little bit, saves it, keeps it off the wall. Anthony English in the 42, he drops down in the inside. So a big change here. And away we go. Huge shout out to Liberty Fires, earning his moderator pay. Thank you very much, Liberty. Oh, Zach Workman in trouble. Yellow flag going to come out very early here tonight at Daytona. Into the wall goes the 91, the only Toyota Supra in the field. And he has taken out quite a few drivers. I don't know if he took anyone out. Sorry. Spoke a little soon. So let's look and see what happened to Zach Workman. Several cars getting involved in this one. '17 of Jimmy Reynolds and the 91 of Zach Fritsch gets involved. The 77 of David Booth. A little bit of contact for them as well. So Zach Workman in the 91 gets himself back on track and up to speed, and everybody coming down pit road. So all 21 drivers hitting pit lane. Winning the race off pit road is the 33 of Jeff Crosby. Hunter Reynolds coming off in second place, so a solid pit stop by the 33. I want to give a shout out. I have a surprise visitor watching here tonight. This is none other than Maverick. How you doing, Maverick? Thank you very much for joining me here tonight, buddy. You're enjoying the show. Hope you stick around for a while. I know you got to go to bed here pretty soon, but thanks for sticking by. Maverick does have school. The end of the holiday break is tonight. Goes back to school today, or tomorrow. Sorry. I'll get it right sooner or later. I'm a little bit nervous because he's watching. I know he's watching. So there's a lot going on in my head. JD Crow in the 5. Electing not to come down pit road. So he is out in front. Jeff Crosby in the 33. Hunter Reynolds, Peter DeBorgia, and Les Levy round out the top 5. JD Crow coming down pit road. He's going to top off his fuel tank. He did lead a lap. What's important about that? Well, let's go ahead and take a quick look at our points. Coming into this race, Zach Fritsch already locking himself in. JD Crow and Anthony English sitting at 0 points between them. Tiebreaker going to Anthony English. So JD Crow wanted to lead a lap, wanted to make sure he got a bonus point. He has pulled that bonus point off. I believe Anthony English led a lap and decided to drop to the back of the field as well. So far, English and Crow are still tied on points. Crosby leading a lap as well in that 33 machine. Crosby only 3 points behind. This is an incredibly tight field, and I gotta say, what the OP Racing admins came up with in this schedule this year absolutely is insane. 16 races in the regular season, 16 spots in the playoff championship. 3 races, 2 races, 1 races, 1 race. That is the format. And holy cow, we are in the final race in the round of 8. 2 races in the round of 8. Talk about bunching everybody up. Here we go, though. Green flag is back out. Jeff Crosby in the 33 out in front, and he knows that he has to have a stellar run here tonight. The 40 of Peter DeBorgia to his inside. DeBorgia, he's only 1 point to the good coming into tonight's race. And so if he gets to lead a lap, and I don't think he's been out front just yet. Like, I know he's out front right now, but he hasn't led a lap. So if that being said, if DeBorgia doesn't lead a lap here, but he's going to be tied with English and Crow in points until stage points get settled out, and then at the end of the race. So we currently have 3 drivers all tied right at the cutoff point. It is insane. I know it's a little difficult to keep up with if you haven't been following it all season. But this is so close here tonight. We'll take another look at the points because it truly is that close. The more you look at it, the closer it gets. As the 40 of Peter DeBorgia down to the inside of the 33 of Jeff Crosby. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 as Peter DeBorgia got a bad bump from the 53. Both drivers able to hold on to it. Those cars just did not get square with each other, and Peter DeBorgia able to hold on to it. The lead going to Hunter Reynolds now on that top lane, but you see the points there on the left, and man, it is just that close. It is not currently updated for laps led, but you get the idea of how important leading a lap is here. Take a look at JD Crow, who did lead a lap. He stayed out just to get that done. He finds himself in 15th spot right now. 21 drivers taking the green flag. All 20 in this group are separated by 1.5 seconds. Adam Evans in the 25 has lost the lead draft. He has found himself running around all alone. So Adam Evans in 21st spot, almost half a lap behind. New leader, 62 of Les Levy in the Deathmobile. You know what? I'll tell you what. This flavored water is for the Deathmobile, for the creative genius that is Les Levy, because this guy, no matter what you throw at him, he finds a way to make a joke of it. Doesn't take anything too serious, at least with his paint schemes, but an outstanding individual. Always loved talking to him. Didn't get to talk to him in pre-race. This flavored water is for you, Les Levy. Ooh, she's cold and crispy. How's it so crispy? Side by side, they come onto the front stretch and into the tri-oval. Les Levy. Oh, contact in the tri-oval. Around goes Les Levy. Hard into the outside wall. 73 involved of Jared Forbes. Zach Workman in his second crash of the night. JD Crow getting a piece of it. Big crash here on the front stretch. take another look at this one. On board with the 62 of Les Levy. All right, so there you see it. Trouble on the front stretch from the lead. Zach Workman coming into tonight. He needed a solid run, and he is involved in his second collision of the race here in stage one before we even are past lap 16, and that 91 is tore up from the floor up once again. Liberty Fires, appreciate it. Letting me know that I sound better. Problem is I have been sick for a long time, so I don't know what you mean by I'm sounding better from win to win. But thank you very much. I do appreciate you noticing that. But I have been sick for quite a while. It has been, it's been ridiculous. I'll just say that. Try not to talk about it too much, but when I start feeling better, I do want to talk about it the moment I'm feeling better. So thank you for noticing. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 going to win the race off of pit road. Crosby in the 33 coming off second, but the one who won the race off of pit road is the 26 of Hunter Reynolds, and with everyone hitting pit road this time, it should be able to make it to the end of stage one. Very deep question coming to us live on YouTube chat. If you haven't joined YouTube chat, please chime in. Let me know you're watching. Say hello. Give me a dad joke if you need to. I love the dad jokes. We have a segment there. I call it a segment, but it is open for dad jokes. But Liberty wants to know, what is the most overused paint scheme in racing, iRacing, and real life? All right, so in iRacing, I will say what I feel is the most overused is Dale Earnhardt's paint scheme. The Black 3 Goodwrench car. You see it on so many things. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the Budweiser 8. See a lot of that. They're good paint schemes, don't get me wrong, but you just see so many of them that you think, oh, how original. They're not bad. It's just every time I see one, I'm like, okay. That's my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, just go sniff some strawberries and call it a day. In real life, the only overused paint scheme I see in real life, keep in mind I'm at a dirt track, and I am guilty of this as well, but it's just a bare aluminum wing. Bare aluminum top wing on a mini sprint car, whatever. They look good sometimes, but when they're done wrong, it just looks cheap. And there's nothing wrong with a bare aluminum top wing. but when you do it wrong, it just looks cheap. These are my opinions. There is no scientific fact to it, against it. They are opinions. Let me tell you, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one, and they are stinky. Here we go. Pace car. Down and away. Hunter Reynolds, Dave Hunt on the throttle. Green flag back out. And here we go. Stage number 1 going in at the completion of lap 35. Les Levy in the 62. The only vehicle not on the lead lap, and that coming because of this most recent caution. And he is out on the speedway, and he is a couple laps down, and he'll get back on the lead lap if things go his way. But the 26 of Hunter Reynolds out in front. Ricky Kuhn in the 41 in the fake taxi. I'll tell you what, I love my dirt cars. If I wanted to drive a taxi cab for a living, I'd go to New York and do it. Don't need to be in NASCAR to get that done. And the 41 of Ricky Kuhn sporting a fake taxi paint scheme. I dig it. I dig it. The side by side they go into the corner here at the Legacy Daytona track. It is very bumpy, so a lot of room is given here in these early stages from the top lane to the bottom lane. Now everyone given a lot of space, but a lot of times this second lane as the 41 almost got into the 53 there, but they keep it in check. Dave Hunt in the 53 leading that lap. Down the backstretch they go. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds trying to hold on to a championship season. Dave Hunt in the 53 doesn't really care. He's not in the championships, but man, if he could win this race and if he could win the next race, he'd be one of the happiest guys out there. He may not be in championship contention, but that doesn't mean that these guys who don't have the right colored stripe on their race car, doesn't mean that they don't have a shot at winning. Doesn't mean that they don't deserve to win. These guys not in the championship chase, they get as many opportunities to win as anyone else, and they would love nothing more to stick it in the face of a championship contender that they won a race during the playoffs. So far here on Wednesday night, all of our playoff contenders have won a race. Dave Hunt in the 53 could be the first one here on Wednesday night to win a race in the middle of the playoffs, not as a contender. Ricky Kuhn in the 41 has been a championship contender. So too has Dave Hunt, if I remember correctly. I don't have... I just had to reach for my notepad. So Richard Kuhn, not Ricky Kuhn. I apologize, Ricky. Got you two mixed up. Richard Kuhn was a playoff contender. And Dave Hunt was a playoff contender, so he got eliminated along with Richard Kuhn in the first round. Those two would love nothing more than to prove that they belong in championship status. Just maybe not this season. Chris McCullough, Jared Forbes, Ken McCullough, all hitting pit road, trying to top off their fuel tanks as we are about 12 laps away from the end of the stage. Do have to retract my statement earlier. I believe I said I thought everyone can make it to the end of the stage, and I don't think I realized, because I do Monday night where stages end on lap 20 or 25. I forgot here on Wednesday night stages end at lap 35. So here we go. Round of green flag pit stops. James Mayer, JD Crow, Zach Workman, and Jared Forbes all hitting pit road this time. Forbes not hitting pit road. He's been sitting on pit road. He is in trouble. He got caught speeding. The penalty to the 73 of Jared Forbes. He has gone a lap down because of that penalty. So Dave Hunt in the 53, Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 on the front of this field. The 17 doing all he can to be out in front, trying to grab those very precious stage points. Last time on pit road for Jimmy Reynolds and Dave Hunt was lap 15. Here we are working lap 26. That's a close fuel strategy. The information I was given was that we can make 16 to 20 laps depending on where you run. And so that 20 lap stretch, it's going to be close for some of these guys who decide to stay out. They are going to have to save some fuel, but I don't know. I don't know if anyone could save fuel. It's pretty early here, and everyone is digging hard. And I say that because the last time around, Dave Hunt, our race leader, turned a 48.86. That is flat out getting after it here. So everybody on the throttle hard in this race. '17 of Jimmy Reynolds gonna lead that lap. I know Liberty Fires was looking for the time when Jimmy Reynolds led a lap, so he has completed it that time around. And he does fall back just a little bit. Randall Cobb in the 52 now leads the outside lane as Reynolds drops down to the inside. A lot of drivers looking for some room down on that inside lane as they try to set themselves up for a green flag pit stop. Two cars not on the lead lap. Jared Forbes in the 73 as he had to serve a speeding penalty, and Les Levy in the 62. He got caught up in our most recent caution. Three more cars on pit road. Hunter Reynolds, Jimmy Reynolds, and Adam Evans all hitting pit lane this time. So Dave Hunt in a beautifully colored black and red 53. You guys don't know me. I just gotta tell you, Black and red is the most perfect color combo, in my opinion. Most all of my race cars are black and red in some form or fashion in iRacing. Real life is a little bit different. The car I own is black, but the car I drive is white. So there you go. Got to do what you got to do. Randall Cobb in the 52, now out in front. Cobb, one of our drivers on Monday night, looking to make a championship 4 run. Randall Cobb in that 52 here on Wednesday night. Doesn't have a whole lot to worry about, but doesn't mean that he doesn't want to win. Everyone out here tonight deserves a win, deserves a shot at mixing it up. Let's check in on some of our championship contenders who have fallen at the back here. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds and the 5 of JD Crow. Right now, they are running 17th and 18th. They are working with Adam Evans in the 25. You remember, Adam Evans in the 25 at one point was 1 lap down. He has since gotten back on the lead lap. And Liberty Tires just cut me deep. Hurt my feelings, Liberty. Hurt my feelings. I will say Dave Hunt in the 53 with those white numbers on the side. It does look pretty sharp. That chrome red looks good. John Stevens in the 27, just ahead of him. Another black and red with some white numbers. One of these days, Liberty, I might be in a race car, might be able to show off some of my paint schemes that I do. Most of the paint schemes I run are ones I do myself. They're not always pretty because my flavors are a bit different than anyone else's, but from time to time I do nail it where I like it and the majority of the populace likes it. The 53 of Dave Hunt hitting pit road. So from the race lead, Dave Hunt on to pit lane. Randall Cobb in the 52. Buck Wild Racing on the side of that thing. And if you haven't joined us on Monday night, you ought to join us because every Monday night we let the Bucks go wild for one reason or another. Here on Wednesday night, team orders don't exist. Teams don't necessarily exist. It's just you kind of find somebody in TeamSpeak that you want to hang out with. A good friendship building series here on Wednesday night. So the Bucks won't necessarily go wild here tonight, but man, I'd love to have you guys join me on a Monday night when we let the Bucks go wild. All right, here we go. Coming to 1 to go here in the stage, Randall Cobb in the 52, last on pit road on lap 16. He is trying to stretch this fuel. Can he make it along with several other drivers? Jeff Crosby in the 33, shooting out ahead. Final lap here in stage number 1. Crosby shot out ahead, but Randall Cobb now taking the lead. And I think everyone is taking a look at their fuel gauge, and they are trying to hold on to the last few ounces of petrol that they have. Down the back stretch we go. Randall Cobb into 3 and 4 as the leader. Cobb not a championship contender. Sean Stevens, however, a driver looking to punch his ticket into glory as someone who doesn't matter. But I was saying that Jeff Crosby came up with an outstanding run, and Crosby is going to pick up the stage win. Holy smokes, how about that? Trying to set it up for the inside lane because I thought the inside lane had the run. Lo and behold, the 33 of Jeff Crosby built some huge momentum and got it done. So your stage 1 winner going to the 33 of Jeff Crosby, and he needed that as he was just 3 points outside of the cutoff. And as they hit pit road, we're going to get a better idea. Randall Cobb, Sean Stevens, Andy Brigante all hitting pit road this time. All right, so as they hit pit road, that is typically how admins determine the stage order. And that's the best I can give. Crosby in the 33, out of fuel. He is out of fuel. Anthony English in the 42, maybe out of fuel as well. And big issues for that because you have got to make it on the pit road under your own power. We'll see how they rule that. Big story for the 33 of Jeff Crosby. He may have won the stage, but I don't know how they're going to rule this because he is for sure out of fuel. Peter DeBorgia is going to hit pit road first, or Zach Fritsch. Ooh, this is close, folks. In fact, it's so close, I don't want to say how this stage got ruled. Peter DeBorgia hit pit road first. That is very important for the 40 of DeBorgia. However, Jeff Crosby in the 33 did not make it. He did have to take the toe back, and that is going to cost him a lot of time and points. Randall Cobb in the 52 did hit pit road when everybody was getting bunched up. It didn't matter for the 52. So I don't know if Peter DeBorgia is going to be the stage winner or not. I suspect he will be, but I cannot make the call. I am going to leave that up to the admins. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step away for a moment. We'll be right back after this.
racing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show on dirt.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the green flag has come out once again, and it has been officially ruled by Zach Fritchie that Pete DeBorgia did win stage number 1. Hunter Reynolds and Peter DeBorgia charging into turn number 1 side by side for this restart. And I'm a little bit delayed because I did mention that I had a special fan watching. Told you all that Mr. Maverick was watching me on YouTube up on my TV in the living room. But since then, he has moved down to join me in the broadcast booth. And Maverick, what would you like to say to everybody?
Hello, everybody.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you very much, Maverick, for joining me here tonight. What's your favorite race car so far out there tonight?
I would say probably like
The 95 one? We don't have a number 95. We have a 91. Oh, the 95 of James Mayer. Is that the one you're talking about? Sorry. I apologize, Mr. Mayer. This one right here? Yep, that is Jim Mayer. So you like Jim Mayer? Well, that's an outstanding pick. He's a stellar driver. Right now, he's in a little bit of trouble, but that's okay. He's going to appreciate that you think he is the best out there tonight. Now, if you look over here, Maverick, you see Liberty Fires is saying hello, Maverick. Yeah, right here. Hey, that says hello, Maverick. Say hello, Mr. Liberty.
hello, Mr. Liberty.
There you go. So, thank you very much, Maverick, for joining me. I appreciate it. But young man, you guys better get to bed. You got school tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching me, guys. I appreciate it so much. I have one more young child. This is my middle child. This is Wyatt. All right, so Wyatt, how you doing, Wyatt?
I don't know.
You don't know how you're doing? What are we doing down here in the broadcast booth? Well, yes, we're watching, but we're working. How often do I let you guys get to talk in a broadcast? Never. This is the first time. So don't let me down. Say hello, everybody. Very nice. Now, if you had to pick a race car on this screen, what's your favorite race car? The 04 Mark Mann in the Batmobile? Oh, it's a good pick. He's a great driver. Got inducted into the Hall of Fame and a stellar paint scheme. So nice job. All right, man. Have a good night. Thank you very much for coming down. You better go to bed. Good luck at school tomorrow. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just glad to be a dad here tonight. Very exciting for me. Thank you, everybody watching, for joining me. Family is very important. If you guys don't realize, this is the Russell Family Memorial 175 presented by Mara Clark. I told you all we'd talk a little bit about it here tonight, and family is very important, and family, sometimes, no matter what, they are just some of the best things you can ever have as a human being. So tonight is all about family and the Russell Family Memorial 175. Not able to talk with the Russell family, but I did want to try and include some of my family members here tonight, just to let everyone know family is very special in every sort of way possible. So thank you so much, Miss Mara, for bringing our race here tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of the OP family. 26 laps to go. Better make it 25 as they flash across the start-finish line this time around. Hunter Reynolds and Dave Hunt battling at the front of the field. Mr. Post chiming in. How you doing, Randy? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to prematurely announce that Randy Post is going to be joining me for some broadcasts here on Monday or Wednesday night. You guys don't know, Randy Post, stellar announcer in his own mind. And he, of course, always has an open invitation into the broadcast booth. We'd love to have him here on a Monday or Wednesday night. But Randy Post has a sprint car, and that guy he picked a color and a paint scheme that does not represent me as the driver of the race car, but as him as the driver. So rude, so rude. No, I'm very excited for Randy. He's got a sprint car, and he is going to get after it here in 2022. I am so excited for him. Been following all of his racing on Facebook when he posts it. And Randy, I can't wait to talk to you about it. Oh, it's so exciting that you got a sprint car. So happy. All right, here we go. I'm being very distracted. We've got a stellar race on the speedway. And I am talking about other things. We go on board with the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds as he is tucked in tight behind the 77 of David Booth. And you get a good sense of how rough this track is here at the Legacy Daytona track. Only 4 drivers are going to make it into the Championship 4. Hence why it's called the Championship 4. Almost like they knew what they were doing. One of those drivers trying to contend for that spot is the 04 Mark Mann. He is the highest running championship contender. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, who did win stage number 1. And Peter, if you come back and watch this, I do have to apologize. I didn't know if you had officially won the stage or not. And we did not get to interview our stage winner. Take a look at some of our other championship contenders. We already talked about Mark Mann and Peter DeBorgia, but our third highest running championship contender, that is the 5 of J.D. Crow. He finds himself in 10th spot right now. Right behind him, that is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Zach Fritsch won the opening race in this round of 8, so he has already punched his ticket into the Championship 4. He is the only driver locked in. Right behind Zach Fritsch, that is Jimmy Reynolds in 12th spot in the 17. And when I say right behind him, that's in the scoring tower. You can clearly see that the 12 is not directly in front of the 17, as the 17 has jumped to the high side and made a pass. And trying to get as many points as he can, Jimmy Reynolds needs all the help he can get. So too does the 91 of Zach Workman. Workman right now finds himself in 13th spot. He has a lot of digging to do, but Zach Workman, a talent behind the wheel here at a super speedway. In 15th spot, that is the 42 of Anthony English. English put in a heck of a lap in qualifying. There is a ton of speed in that 42, but he finds himself in 15th spot with 19 laps to go. And our final car on the track, as far as championship contenders go, that is the 20th spot, the 33 of Jeff Crosby. However, Jeff Crosby is one lap down, and Crosby needed to have a better showing than 20th out of 21 cars in this championship run. But with 19 laps to go, anything can happen. He could get on the lead lap. I can't tell you how many times I have seen a car in OP Racing get back on the lead lap during a green, white, checkered overtime event, and then that car manages to find a way to finish on the podium. So if you are a fan of the 33 of Jeff Crosby and you're looking at it, you're seeing it's 18 laps to go, my driver's down one lap, there is no shot. I am here to tell you, do not say that. He has a shot. As long as he is out there, as long as that white flag has not dropped before he is on the lead lap, he has a chance at still pulling off a stellar run here tonight. Peter DeBorgia and Mark Mann in the 04 hit pit lane. They're going to bring their race cars down for the final pit stop of the night. Hunter Reynolds in the 26. Dave Hunt in the 53, the 60 of Chris McCullough, and the 41 of Ricky Kuhn. That is the first two rows of cars running side by side at over 180 miles an hour. McCullough sliding down in front of Hunter Reynolds. McCullough really didn't commit to it there. That is very dangerous by the 60. A slow move like that leads the driver behind you to kind of question what you are doing, and also leaves yourself vulnerable to a move to the inside or the outside one way or another. But however, it works well for the 60 of McCullough, as he is the race leader right now. Another big pack of drivers hitting pit road, all of them led by the 60 of McCullough. Ricky Kuhn, Zach Fritsch, all staying out, and trouble for Chris McCullough in the 60. Gets it sorted, and away he goes. See if we can take a look at what happened to the 60 of McCullough trying to hit pit road. Hard on the brakes, very aggressive pit road entry, and off into the grass goes the 60. But Ricky Kuhn in the 41 staying out. The 95 of James Mayer, Mavericks pick here tonight. Right now running very tightly behind the 41. As Ricky Kuhn rocketed on the pit road, I am not sure what that was. I also think I have some issues with my overlay, so if you guys will bear with me, there is a lot that has gone wrong here tonight. I do apologize for all of this that has gone down. Oh, big trouble down the backstretch. Zach Fritsch able to squeeze through, but several cars involved, including Anthony English, a championship contender, involved in this one. So the yellow flag coming out. Zach Fritsch in the 12 scored as the race leader. Zach Workman in second place. Peter DeBorgia in third. JD Crow fourth. Your top four cars, all championship contenders. Then it's Dave Hunt in the 53, sitting in fifth. And Randall Cobb in sixth place. Mark Mann in the 04 in seventh. Eighth place going to Sean Stevens right now. Ninth, Jimmy Reynolds, a championship contender. And rounding out your top 10 is the 77 of David Booth. Now, I do have to apologize. A lot just happened right there with my timing and scoring and everything I used to give me information to control the broadcast. It has been a weird night with it. It has been trying to update in the middle of what I am doing on 3 separate attempts. So I'm not really sure what is going on. I feel like the program itself is wigging out a little bit. Hope you guys understand. I hope you all appreciate that we are still trying to bring you a good race and the show that maybe I am not doing a good job at capturing, but that the drivers are putting on. Regardless, give it a thumbs up, because these poor drivers, they got to put up with me every single week. These guys, they got a heart of gold. They show up to put on a good show. They show up to put in the hours of driving, the sweat, the tears, all of that stuff. Holy smokes. Randy, oh, you don't even know. This has nothing to do with Jason. We're on a whole new program. Got so much to tell you when you join me in the booth. All right, here we go. Lights should go out this time on, when is that, a Ford butt stain? Oh my gosh, who in their right mind would drive a Ford Mustang? Like, Zach Workman is in a Toyota Supra. He looked at the Chevy and said, I don't know. Looked at the Ford and said, definitely not driving that. Goes, well, I guess my only other option is a Toyota Supra. So Zach Workman in the Supra. Zach Fritsch, however. Fritchie in the 12. On pole position, Workman on his outside. Row number 2, the 5 of JD Crow and the 52 of Randall Cobb. Row 3 for this restart, the 04 of Mark Mann and the 27 of Sean Stevens. Don't look now, Liberty fires, but row 3 is black and red cars. Oh, it's overdone. Oh, I don't like those color combinations. I'm sorry, Liberty. Sorry. You cut me deep, Liberty. You cut me deep. I feel it in my soul. We'll get through it, though. We'll get through it. Here we go, folks. We're going to get the green flag with 10 laps to go. Anything can happen here tonight. 17 cars still on the lead lap. Our championship contenders have got to rise to the top if they want to become the championship 4 pace car. Gonna hit pit road this time. Zach Fritsch, Zach Workman on the throttle. Green flag is out and away we go. Fritchie with a huge jump over Zach Workman. It's almost like Zach fell asleep behind the wheel. Side by side into turn number 1. JD Crow in the 5, taking advantage of the huge gap that Workman left, and he is going to get all that momentum down the back straight and try and make something happen as the camera is pointed at the track and not at the racing action. Beautiful camera shot. So glad I paid $10 for that. Into the tribal, side by side they go. JD Crow, Zach Fritsch running as close as they can. 9 laps to go. You better believe that all of that give and take that we had earlier is going to be gone, going to be thrown out the window. They're going to start trying to pinch each other off and try and get the biggest run that they can. And right now that belongs to JD Crow in the 5. But here comes Fritsch right back. As soon as he hits the corner, man, he is with a full head of steam down on that yellow line. All right, with 8 laps to go, Zach Fritsch already in to the championship 4. He is the only driver locked in. JD Crow in the 5, trying to work the outside lane. A win and you're in type of situation for the championship 4. JD Crow looking for the best run that he can get. Do want to point out that the 33 of Jeff Crosby has gotten back on the lead lap. He is mid-pack right now and doing all he can to try and mix this up. Told you we were going to keep an eye on that 33 here tonight, and with 7 laps to go, he does find himself a bit down the running order, and compared to the other championship contenders, but this race is not over yet. We have 6 laps to go. Zach Fritsch, JD Crow, Mark Mann, Zach Workman, Jimmy Reynolds, your top 5, and all 5 are championship contenders. You know what they say, ladies and gentlemen, the cream finds a way to rise to the top. And here you go. Proof is in the pudding. It's amazing how this works. All the time. When you are on fire, you are on fire. Off of turn number 4, heading to the trial, but we're going to get 5 laps to go. JD Crow not quite clear of the 12. Can't quite pull it down to the inside, but I'll tell you what, here at Legacy Daytona, maybe staying in that upper lane is where you want to be but I have not seen a lot of speed in that upper lane. This is by far one of the more even races that I have seen from the top lane to the bottom lane. And they go side by side once again into turn number 3. And Liberty wants to know if the fire that these drivers are on are Liberty fires. I'll tell you what, every single car here has an American flag posted on it. You better believe they're free, except for Saturday night, because Saturday night is for the boys, even though it's Wednesday night. 4 laps to go. How long can the 12 and the 5 run side by side? How long will the 91 and the 04 be patient? Everybody wants to win the race here tonight. Dave Hunt in the 53, trying to make a move into the 3rd lane. He's got the 60 of Chris McCullough going with him. Chris McCullough not afraid of the 3rd lane. They blend back down into the 2nd lane. But I'll tell you what, if anyone's going to go up to the top shelf and make it 3 wide, you better believe that there is going to be a McCullough there to help make it happen. 3 laps to go here in the round of 8, the final race in the round of 8. And Zach Fritsch, who already has won the opening race in this round, only 2 races. Zach Workman in trouble. He tags the wall. Everyone checking up. Big scramble down the back stretch, but we stay green for the moment. Old Fritchie didn't even bat an eye. Mark Mann, Hall of Famer this season, got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Adam Evans pulling down to the inside, does not come on the pit road. And JD Crow in the 5, challenging right back with the 12 of Zach Fritsch. There's 2 laps to go. I'm going to have a heart attack before we get there. Holy smokes. Kind of holding my breath because I don't know what's going to happen next. I am watching enthralled just as much as you all are. Side by side off of turn number 4, Zach Fritsch gets a little bit sideways. That's going to leave JD Crow in the opening. Final lap, final time around. This one is not going to go into overtime. We got them scattering all over the place through the tri-oval. JD Crow holding on to the race lead. Crow, who came in tied at the cutoff line, a win and you're in, and he is out in front. Trouble down the backstretch. Peter DeBorgia, Dave Hunt making a little bit of contact. Maybe not Peter DeBorgia. We'll have to double check that. Calling it as I see it, not always correct. But JD Crow in the 5. Zach Fritsch on the top side. Here we come to the line. And at the line, it is going to be the 12 of Zach Fritsch. He goes back to back as Chris McCullough finishes this race on his side. But Fritchie going to win another one. Randall Cobb finishing in 2nd, and JD Crow brings it home in 3rd on the final step of the podium. The Russell Family Memorial 175 is done and over with, and our championship 4 is settled, but I don't know who our championship 4 are. I can tell you Zach Fritsch is our race winner, and he has made it back to back here in the round of 8. So let's kick off our post-race show, and let's start it off with none other than the infamous, the beautiful, the outstanding, and the driver who's cheating because I looked at his files. It's griphacks.org. Zach Fritch. How you doing, Zach?
How's it going, KR?
Man, I'll tell you what, outstanding job here tonight. You win both races in the round of 8. This 12 machine puts it in victory lane once again.
Yeah, heck yeah, this is awesome. I'm hoping we could probably continue this trend next week. Shoot, for the championship.
Well, I mean, yeah, you've won the most races this season. You got a good shot.
Yeah. Only thing I'm really disappointed about tonight is I can't do a burnout with the gas as a button.
Oh, absolutely. So let's tell all of your fans what you are fighting with here tonight.
Well, I got new pedals and got the adapter. Was going to race with them tonight. Noticed one of my crimps for my my brake pedal. One of the wires was out of the. It's like a like one of your network connectors. Noticed one of the wires was out of it, so I got to recrimp it. So using a throttle as a brake and using a gas as a button on my steering wheel.
Well, Zach, I'll tell you what, maybe you have found the magic sauce, because I know you have been fighting your sim racing equipment for a couple races now. But those couple of races, you go back to back in victory lane.
Yeah, you're the way you say it, I'm just as surprised as you are. I don't know how it's. I mean, I don't know how it's happening, but I guess it is. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm definitely just as a surprise as a little kid opening up their biggest Christmas present on Christmas Day.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, nice job here tonight. Outstanding effort in the 12, especially overcoming some defunct sim racing equipment. Man, nice job. Stellar run, stellar finish. You're in the championship 4, mostly because you won 2 races in the round of 8. The only 2 races in the round of 8. Who do you have to thank for that?
I just got to thank my teammates and everybody willing to work with me out here. Like, I definitely want to thank Randall Cobb for pushing me there at the end. And then Mark was pushing me there for quite a while, but then it was Randall. Then I also I really want to dedicate this win. I even just told him right before the interview, was Dave Hunt. Man, I feel so bad if you guys all watched Monday, me hooking Dave Hunt there on the final. I mean, he had a really shot to win the race, and I just straight up hooked him. I feel absolutely terrible. So,
all right, man. Well, Zach, once again, congratulations. You go back to back in the round of 8. You are one of our championship 4 drivers, and we look forward to seeing you secure the deal next week.
Appreciate you, KR. You have a good night.
That is Zach Fritchie. Make sure you check him out over on Twitch TV under the tag of Fritchie. But now let's move on to our second place finisher, and that is none other than the driver of the 52, Mr. Randall Cobb. Randall, how you doing here tonight?
Hey, KR, I'm doing great, man. Just out here having a good time, trying not to wreck anybody. So, really fun race tonight.
Well,
I really love this track.
Well, the 52 is always a threat to win, no matter when it shows up. Every time I call a race, that 52 finds a way to sneak forward. Maybe not a win. It seems like it's always in the top 5. Who are you slipping money to make this happen?
I just been around for a little while, I guess, and learning the rule or the some of the tricks of the trade, I guess, from some of these bigger guys like Alliance, and just out here having fun, man. Honestly,
Well, Mr. Cobb, an outstanding run for you here tonight. Not a championship contender here on Wednesday night, but going for it on Monday night in the Cup Series. So, as you burn it down, light the tires up, and have some fun with Zach Fritsch. Man, any shout outs or thank yous in this race, or standout moments, I should say, in this race that you would like to talk about?
I mean, yeah, just always want to, appreciate my teammates. We had a 2 top 5s here tonight with Sean and I. We always seem to work pretty well together. Seems like we're starting to work better together than we used to. So I definitely appreciate my teammates. We're not in the chase anymore, but we're just out here to have a good time. And like I said earlier, just have a clean time. Don't want to wreck anybody, ruin anybody's chase or a race or anything. So definitely always thinking about that. But I appreciate UKR. Always good talking to you before and after the races and all that good stuff. And appreciate the league and all the fans that tune in and watch us have a good time out here.
All right, Mr. Cobb. Well, thank you very much. The Bucks are going to go wild for sure here tonight.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate that. We always like to see that.
Well, we don't bust it out here on Wednesday night because teams aren't affiliated, but we did talk about it.
No, that's an outrage. We should bust it out. Come on.
Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. There we go. The Bucks have gone wild. Mr. Cobb, finally. They have gone wild for you here tonight.
All right, I also want to wish everybody in the chase good luck next week.
So there you have it. Randall Cobb, our second place finisher here tonight, causing the Bucks to go wild, especially on a Wednesday night. That doesn't always happen, but it did here tonight. Now let's move on to our third and final step of the podium, Mr. J.D. Crow. And I believe, JD, that you have made it into the championship 4.
Well, I'd be surprised if that's the case. I think Anthony might have me on ties if we end up on tiebreakers. But man, I sure wanted to, after the trouble we had early before the stage and didn't have a chance to get any stage points, I sure wanted just to seal the deal and win it and be done with it. But good run, proud of the team. We've got at least 2 of our cars are in the chase, so we'll go to the Final 4 and be a spoiler.
It's going to be close. Now, nothing here is official in what we say, but JD Crow, you finish as the second highest runner in the championship contenders, and you were just below the cutoff. So it's going to be close one way or another. Yeah. I'm saying you're in, but I don't know.
Yeah, but last week we got wrecked right before the stage and missed out on the points. We were sitting solid at the end, and we didn't get any tonight, so that doesn't help. But I'm proud of the effort we put in. We hopefully we give them a car they better keep their eye on, because we didn't come to run second every week.
No, and I'll tell you what, that 5, every time it shows up here on Wednesday night, is a threat to win. But man, if you don't get in, is that going to be more motivation to win the race, or are you going to be more motivated to win it if you're a champion?
I always come in here motivated, but after, it's come the trouble we've had the last week, I'm even more motivated. So we'll be okay. Got a fast car. We got a good team around us, and I think we got good racecraft. So we've got what it takes. I just need to avoid some trouble a little bit better and get this thing up front where it belongs.
All right, Mr. Crow, before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Oh yeah. Got to thank Jimmy and the guys for putting the league on and hosting these races. They're always a lot of fun. Got to thank Anthony and Mark and everybody that jumps in the room to run with us each week. Plan strategy and run as a pack. You got to have help in these speedway races. KR, thank you for, keeping the fans engaged with us and what we're trying to do and keep them excited about what we're doing out here. And of course, got to thank all the guys down at Groveland, Florida at jconcepts.net for letting us carry the colors, and hope we make it proud. We're going to get it in the winner's circle. You just wait. We're getting there.
All right, that is JD Crow, driver of the 5, and a very determined driver. Once again, JD, solid run here tonight. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish.
Thank you, KR.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up for us. Nothing left but the crying or the results. It depends on how you want to look at it. Let's run through it really quick. Zach Fritsch, Randall Cobb, JD Crow, all on the podium. We got to talk to those drivers. Sean Stevens in 4th. Rounding out your top 5 is Mark Mann. David Booth in 6th. 7th place goes to Ken McCullough. Jimmy Reynolds in 8th. 9th, Peter DeBorgia. Zach Workman finishes in 10th. Jeff Crosby from a lap down, going to make it into 11th. Anthony English 12th. 13th goes to Jim Mayer. Dave Hunt 14th, Andy Brigante 15th, 16th place Hunter Reynolds, Adam Evans 17th, 18th goes to Chris McCullough, Jared Forbes, Les Levy, and Ricky Kuhn rounding out the field here tonight. So thank you all once again for joining me. So glad to be back after what felt like a very long break, and I hope to see you all next Wednesday night as we settle the championship battle. It will come down to 4 drivers. Liberty Fires unofficially saying Zach Fritsch, who we can confirm is in, Mark Mann, Peter DeBorgia, and JD Crow being our 4 championship contenders. But cliffhanger, we're going to have to wait to see who the 3 drivers going to be that battled Zach Fritsch, because we watched him win 2 races of 2 races in the round of 8. So thank you everyone for joining me here tonight. Hope you all enjoyed the show. And until next Wednesday, or if you're feeling frisky, come join me on Monday night. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.